Test. Check microphone. Check. All right, we are approximately 12 minutes away from Sumter County Hardaway here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Test 1, 2. Yeah, my microphone's great. Hang on 1 second. I got. Question: do you feel comfortable running the camera and the scoreboard? Yeah, I just do it off my phone. It's right. It's pretty much you stop the. Well, actually, hang on a second. Hang on, I gotta email it to myself. Sorry, this is a big game. I was rushing over here from CVCC, so we were calling that the softball games. Yeah. All right. Here, if you want. Hang on. I can send it to your phone. I mean, we could take turns doing it, but here it is if you want to do it, if you want to try it out. Because I gotta look at the rosters. All right, I'm ready to come in. We are live here from Hardaway High School for a fantastic region matchup starting with the girls. This is the de facto region championship. A win tonight at Hardaway is going to clinch the region, and they will be the host of both the girls and the boys region tournament. Richard Holdridge here on the broadcast along with Riley. We are moments away from the start of this game here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. I was helping Thrift out calling the CVCC softball games between Georgia Military College. I know Thrift is actually getting ready to head up to Lee Scott for Lee Scott Glenwood. And then Toygar is going to be on the call for Brookstone Pacelli. So we got a fantastic matchup for you. Here's a look at the starters for Sumter County. Justine Scott, she is the leading scorer. She's averaging 13 points a game. The two times that we've had Sumter County on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, she has just been dominant. Also, Kamaya Barron, Lauren Harris, Tralisha Williams, and De'Erica Clark. That is your starting five for Sumter. Starting five for Hardaway. We've got Jay Latado. They turned the lights out in this place. They're giving the red carpet treatment for the Hardaway Lady Hawks, and they deserve it. I mean, you can see across from us, they got the runner-up banner from last season. They got the Final Four banner. Kalia Williams, Michaela Johnson, Rihanna Boynton, A.K. Shelton, and Jayla Todd. That's Michaela Mims right there. And Rihanna Boynton, actually the leading scorer for Hardaway this year, is a sophomore. And, of course, Michaela Johnson, part of that team that went to the state championship last year. They are led by their head coach, Coach Kelly Ellison. He's a former basketball player at Shorter, has had a long coaching career, assistant under Coach Hunley, helped lead the Carver Tigers to the state championship game in 2017 where they lost to Columbus. But she's had very good accolades as a head coach the past 2 seasons, as Hardaway went to the Final Four in 2023, went to the state championship in 2024. All right, we're ready to go. Lauren Harris, get ready to tip off with Michaela Johnson, and we are underway. We will be underway in minutes. And we are underway here as Hardaway wins the tip. And with it is Adasia Burrell. Over to Sheldon. Back out. Sheldon fires a shot, no good. And rebounded. Boynton comes up with it with the trap. Over to Mims. The starting 5. Mims, Shelton, Burrell, Johnson, and Boynton. Back over to Michaela Johnson on the left wing. Top of the key, Shelton, 4 on the shot clock. Boynton inside, pump fake, off the glass, no good, gets her own rebound. The shot clock will set. That will be a foul on Sumter County. So Rihanna Boynton, the sophomore, going to go to the line for 2. And last time I was in this gymnasium, Hardaway ended up beating Holy Innocents Episcopal in the Elite 8 to clinch a berth in the Final Four. As AK able to get the first basket, first point. Got a fantastic triple header tonight on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Mike Peacock over at Brookstone for Brookstone Pacelli. Noah Shelton and Thrift for Glenwood Lee Scott. As we just got finished with CVCC, that's a steal. 3-pointer. No good. Rebounded by Michaela Johnson, but Johnson puts it up. And Michaela Johnson, and it is 4-0 Hardaway. Yeah. Okay, what do we got? Hey, it's going back and forth. It's green, it's yellow, it's now green. Okay. Let me. Hardaway with the early 4-0 lead with 6:23 left to go. Michaela Johnson will inbounds it. Adasia Burrell over to Mims. Boynton, little Euro step, foul on the floor. Scott with it. Chastain Scott. 3-ball. Shot is off the mark. And Boynton comes up with a rebound. Over to Johnson. Back out to Adasia Burrell. Johnson from the corner. And hits it. Michaela Johnson with 5 points, and it's 9-0 Hardaway. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one, too, here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Welcome back to here to Hardaway High School. Sumter County with the ball. Passes inside. That's going to be a foul on Michaela Johnson. Lauren Harris is going to go to the line for 2 for Sumter County. These two teams met in Americus. Hardaway was able to get the win. Sumter County's only loss in region play was against Hardaway. Sumter County, they have been one of the top teams in 2A, and they are ranked in the top 10 according to Sandy Spell. This is a huge game when it comes to clinching the region and the region tournament. If Hardaway is able to pull this off, the region tournament will be played here next week. And that is no good. And here comes the Hardaway Lady Hawks. Adasia Burrell over to Johnson. Johnson to Mims, top of the key. Swings it back out to Burrell. Burrell inside, and we got a foul on Sumter. Looks like it is on Lauren Harris. Yeah, Hardaway coming out the gate. There's a reason why this team is one of the top teams in 2A. They are ranked 6th according to Max Preps, 4th according to Kyle Sandy. As nice shot inside, and that was A.K. Shelton with a big basket. It is all Hardaway, 11-0 in this game. Justine Scott with a trap. Gives it out to De'Erica Clark. Oh, what a block by A.K. Shelton. And that's the thing. They're committed to defense. Burrell, bounce pass. Shelton pivots. Shelton, and she traveled. I mean, you talk about a fast start. Hardaway coming out the gate, 11-0. Michaela Johnson with a steal right to Rihanna Boynton, and she gets her own rebound in the putback. Oh, man, she is having a great season. The sophomore leading the team with 13 points a game. Justine Scott, pass inside, off the glass, no, rebounded by Mims. And we got a foul. Looks like Hardaway is just committed to defense. The one player you got to watch out for is Justine Scott for Sumter County. She is fantastic. Averaging 13 points a game for the Lady Panthers. Johnson over to Boynton, inside to A.K. Shelton, and we got a jump ball. This broadcast is brought to you by Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Gordy Eye Care, Kinetic Credit Union, Terry Johnson Agency, Masterwall Incorporated, Pepsi, Columbus State University. Hey, we're on College Drive right near CSU. And Justine Scott. Scott, nice bounce pass to Torrelasha Williams. And that's the first bucket of the game for Sumter County. Adasia Burrell over to Michaela Johnson. Johnson's going to take it to the top of the key. Mims back over to Burrell. Johnson on the left wing. Fires a three. Top of the key, no good. Rebounded by Williams. And here comes Sumter County. Puts up a shot as De'Erica Clark. And she draws the foul. 3:17 left to go here in the first. The Hardaway Lady Hawks 13 and they lead 13-2. Hardaway undefeated in region play, 16-6 overall, as Clark ends up missing that. But it's the schedule they have played. They lost to Langston Hughes. That's a 6A school. 5A school, rather. North Paulding, a 6A school. Carrollton, a 6A school. Holy Innocents Episcopal. Well, they are a 2A school, but they're really good, and they've met them in the Elite Eight. Pacelli, which is probably one of the top teams in the GIAA. What an incredible. And then Hoover, which is a 7A school in Alabama. Oh, what a pass to Rihanna Boynton. But coming up with it, Tamaya Aldridge gives it over to Clark. Clark being guarded by Burrell. Takes it across the timeline, back over to Justine Scott. That's the matchup you want to see. Justine Scott is their best player. She gets the crossover pull-up jumper, and she misses. That was good defense by Mims, and now Michaela Johnson. It's 13-3. Hardaway up by 10. Michaela driving the lane and gets fouled! Michaela Johnson is going to the line for the three-point play. That fires up the crowd. It fired me up. Riley's fired up too. Michaela Johnson with 7 points leads all scorers. Knows the importance of this game. It is 15-3. Hardaway has been firing on all cylinders. And Johnson makes it. And the one thing about this Hardaway Hawks team, they are poised to not only play tough opponents, but their goal is to win the championship. As Justine Scott just missed. It's rebounded by Boynton. Over to Michaela Johnson. One-on-one. Euro step. Michaela Johnson. She is just putting on a clinic. She has got 10 points. It's 18-3. Scott over to Aldridge. Aldridge for three. No. Clark thought about it. Almost got it stolen. Williams off the glass. No good. Rebounded by A.K. Shelton. That core group that went to the championship last year and the Final Four, A.K. Shelton. Oh, what a pass, Rihanna Boynton. Boynton, what a move by Rihanna Boynton. She has really come on and played valuable minutes for Coach Ellison. Only a sophomore. Aldridge over to Clark. Clark fires up a three. Nothing is falling for Sumter. This is all Hardaway in this game. They are putting on a statement, and Sumter County is ranked 8th in the latest rankings according to Max Preps. This is going to put the state on notice. This is just an incredible performance by the Hardaway Lady Hawks. And we got into the game, Julia Johnson. Three ball. Scott with a rebound. Comes Justine Scott taking it across the timeline. Adasia Burrell Gardner, she's looking for the screen. And she gets it from Lauren Leone. Scott needs to get going. Fires up a shot off the glass, no good. And that is rebounded by Julia Johnson. Here comes Johnson all the way to the rack. That was good defense by Scott. Oh, Scott gets by her defender. Another layup by Justine Scott, and if she gets going, Sumter County could try to crawl back into this game. Less than a minute to go. It's 20-5. Julia Johnson over to Burrell. Top of the key, AK. Burrell thought about the three. Spin move. Burrell gets it hacked and will go to the line for two with 14 seconds left to go. Georgia Alabama Sports Live, like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're in the first quarter here between Sumter County and Hardaway here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. As the regular season wrapping up this week, we got region tournament play next week as Burrell makes the first. Hardaway will close out the regular season against Kendrick on Thursday, and then they will play Spencer on Saturday. We will have that game on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be right back here on Saturday for the regular season finale against the Spencer Lady Green Wave. Don't forget, we do have the Hardaway boys and the Sumter County boys coming up after this. 12 seconds. Stolen. And it is stolen. Oh, and it's blocked. And I'm surprised they didn't call a foul. They did call a foul. That was Madison Shelton. And that will be a foul on Madison Shelton. And going to the line will be Micaiah Mims. And Mims misses. So right now we got the Ellison sisters for you on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Kim Ellison and her Brookstone Cougars playing Pacelli on Georgia Alabama Sports Live right now. Rebounded by Clark, 1 second. Clark. And that's the first. It's been all Hardaway, led by 10 points from Michaela Johnson. They lead Sumter County 22-5. We'll be back with the second here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live is proud to partner with one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock. And without this partnership, it would be hard to be able to live stream all the different sporting events at high schools, colleges, and local professional teams every single week like we do. So we thank Buffalo Rock for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast, make sure you're drinking a nice, refreshing Pepsi. Delicious. Thank you to Buffalo Rock and Pepsi.
Back here at Hardaway, start of the second quarter. Got a moving screen on the Lady Hawks. It'll be Sumter County ball. Aldridge, 2-on-1, pull-up jumper, Aldridge, no good. Sumter gets the offensive rebound. That's going to be ripped down by Kimberlyn Haynes. And it will be Hardaway ball. Deja Burrell taking it across the timeline. Over to Mims. Mims back out to Johnson. Johnson, top of the key. Stays with it, being guarded by Scott. Here's Burrell, 15 on the shot clock. Deja Burrell looking for the screen. Back out to Michaela Johnson for three. Rattles in and out. And that is going to be rebounded by Madison Shelton. And here comes Scott. Justine Scott with a crossover, a little floater, no good. Nothing is falling for Sumter. They just had a cold streak in that first quarter, and it's continuing. Here comes Burrell, top of the key, looking for the screen. Burrell, Johnson, corner three. Rattles in and out. She's missed her last two, but a rebound by Rihanna Boynton. Here comes Michaela Johnson, and that's going to be a foul on Sumter. We appreciate everybody joining us live here at Hardaway High School. It's the first time I've been back and was able to see those runner-up banners across the way. That's a jumper. That jumper is made by number 33, not Madison Shelton. Number 33, Rihanna Boynton. And it's Shelton. And it's stolen by Mims. Burrell inside to Boynton, and Boynton scores, and getting high fives from the bench as they are up 26-5. Hardaway is just a pesky defensive team that forces turnovers. They have size in the post, and they got shooters. You got a player like Michaela Johnson who can be a post player, but she can also shoot. That is a dangerous combination for a school that was a 4A school last year, now in 2A. Oh, what a backdoor pass, but a missed layup opportunity for Sumter County as Lauren Lusang was wide open underneath the basket. That's no good. Scott with a rebound. .5:39 left to go here in the second. Play fake. A foul. Kamaya Barron. It'll be a non-shooting foul. We've got some subs coming in, including Julia Johnson and A.K. Shelton coming in for Hardaway. Madison Shelton inbounds in it. Over to Scott. Scott trying to draw up a play. And she just lets one fly. That three-pointer is off. Rebounded by Johnson. Boynton stays with it. And Scott almost got the steal. And we got a double dribble. That is good by Madison Shelton. Hardaway with the ball. Julia Johnson. Over to Michaela. Like a little crossover step. Michaela Johnson makes it look easy. What? Just a poise from the senior. That shot up, Madison. And that is good. It's 28-9. Hardaway has just been cruising. And that, no call. Johnson, three ball. And that's good! Michaela Johnson with 15 points. And that is stolen by A.K. Shelton. Back over to Johnson. Johnson for three. Rebounded by Boynton, taken away by Scott. It is 31-9. Hardaway on top. Justine Scott for three. And no, not boxing out, as that was an easy layup for Sumter County. We got a timeout. We'll take 1-2 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Hardaway leading Sumter County by 20 here in the second. We are back here at Hardaway High School, a 31-11 lead for the Lady Hawks. And Justine Scott comes up with the steal. Here comes Scott, top of the key, inside. And that is a bucket for Madison Burrell. It is 31-13. And Coach Ellison wants to call a timeout. We'll take 1-2 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Yeah, I'm hearing that we're going to have a special presentation at the half. That's good to know. As Coach Kendall Mills, the athletic director for the Hardaway Hawks, which you can catch on a brand new episode of Office Hours, the real life of an athletics director. That's going to be a new episode this Wednesday. Also, a big shout out to our social media partner, Colin Scroggins at CNAW2 News. Hardaway with the basketball, 3:08 left to go. Scott almost took it away from Burrell. Pass inside to AK. Back out. That's going to be a foul. Shot is good. Misses the second. Scott comes up with a rebound. De'Erica Clark off the glass, no good. That's rebounded by Deja Burrell. It's a 2-on-1. Burrell, Euro step, yes! Deja Burrell makes it 34-13. Clark, little bounce pass. That's an offensive foul on Madison Burrell. Everything seems to be working tonight for Hardaway. Burrell takes it over to Mims on the left wing. You got a whistle. 2:16 left to go here until the half. Right now, the Hardaway baseball team practicing. Coach Anthony getting ready for the baseball season as I pulled up in the parking lot. That shot is good by A.K. Shelton. So A.K. Shelton, Adasia Burrell, Michaela Johnson, and Janiyah Hardy, although she did get injured earlier this season. That has been the core group that's been with Coach Ellison for the Final Four run in 2023, where they lost to the eventual champion Griffin. And then last year, losing in a game where they had the lead against Baldwin. And they got so close, but we are just so proud of them. And I know that the deed is not complete. They want one thing and one thing only, a state championship. Well, I mean, it's about just developing as a basketball team and just getting better. As Scott, no good. Over to Burrell. Adasia Burrell misses. And that shot is up and good. Everything is falling for Hardaway tonight. Inside to Scott, and we're going to get a foul. And that's only the fourth team foul. And that is good. Burrell with it. Over to Julia Johnson. Johnson inside to Shelton. A.K. Shelton off the glass. No good. Shelton gets her own rebound, puts a shot up. No good. Gets her own rebound. And we're going to get a jump ball. That's going to be between Lauren Lucane, and that possession arrow is going to go to Sumter County. Sumter County with the ball, down by 38 to 15, less than a minute to go here in the second quarter. Here's Justine Scott, top of the key. Ten on the shot clock. Scott, long two, no. Gonna stay right here with the Lady Panthers. Scott's going to inbounds it. Looking for De'Erica Clark. That's going to be a foul on number 5, Amari Burns. Clark is going to go to the line for 2 with 26 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. And Clark makes the first. Clark makes them both. Looks like Hardaway will hold for the final possession here in the first half. A.K. Shelton inside. Shelton shot, and she'll get fouled. A good pass by Deja Burrell. And the one thing about this Hardaway Lady Hawks team, they are deep. They have their core players that have that championship experience, but they also have young players like a Julia Johnson, like a Micaiah Mims, a Rihanna Boynton that has really bought into what Coach Kelly Ellison is teaching them. Just a lot of pedigree. Her mom's on the bench with her as an assistant coach. Coach Kim Ellison helps out when Hardaway was in that deep playoff run. When she gets an opportunity. It's just great to have all these basketball minds in the family, and they just work together. All right, 10 seconds. Justine Scott with it. Over to Clark. De'Erica Clark, three-pointer. No good, and rebounded by A.K. 2 seconds. Burrell. That almost went in. What a half for the Hardaway Lady Hawks. They lead Sumter County 40-17. We want to thank our sponsors. Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, Gordy Eye Care, Kinetic Credit Union, Pepsi, Masterwall Incorporated, State Farm Carroll Purdue, Terry Johnson Agency, Alex Quinney Allstate, CVCC, Columbus State University, and our social media partner, Colin Scroggins and CNAW 2 News. We are at the half. We'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible to be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy and Gordy Eye Care, for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
right, we are back here at Hardaway. They are honoring Adasia Burrell. For 500 assists. There's a picture with Coach Kelly Ellison and her mom. Congratulations to Adasia Burrell, 500 assists. But I tell you, Hardaway is really, they're going to be good for a very long time because not only do they have a lot of players on that bench, they got a JV team, which their JV team played earlier today. It's rare to see a girls' JV team at a public school, a small school like Hardaway, which is a 2A school. I love seeing it. You know that the future is going to be bright for Hardaway. All right, Coach Kendall Mills has got another special announcement. We're all about presentations. It looks like the Hardaway boys, are they not sure what they're doing here, Riley. Oh, this is a treat. You know what? I think we probably need to go to break because we don't want to get taken down because of copyright laws. All right, we're at the half. Hardaway leads Sumter County 40-17. We'll be back on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. That was a pretty special treat, but we had to mute them because of copyright laws. So, all right, Hardaway leading Sumter County 40-17. Here's what's at stake. If Hardaway wins, they clinch the region, and the region tournament will be here at Hardaway next week. Yeah, I think want to get some more pictures. A.K. Shelton, 500 assists. Congratulations. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with the second half here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live is proud to partner with one of our presenting sponsors, Buffalo Rock. And without this partnership, it would be hard to be able to live stream all the different sporting events at high schools, colleges, and local professional teams every single week like we do. So we thank Buffalo Rock for their support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And next time you're watching a Georgia Alabama Sports Live broadcast, make sure you're drinking a nice, refreshing Pepsi. Delicious. Thank you to Buffalo Rock and Pepsi.
My name is Sergeant Jason Swells, and this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. I could say for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice, CVCC got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia-Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia-Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia-Alabama Sports Live.
We are back here at halftime. Hardaway leads Sumter County 40-17. The two top teams in the region. So looking at the point totals from last year, Michaela Johnson averaging 18 points, A.K. Shelton 13.9, Janiah Hardy 6.6, Adasia Burrell with 6. Rihanna Boynton as a freshman averaged 4.6. Lanaya Meeks actually graduated from last year's team. But this Hardaway team is got some different players. And the scoring has really come from the sophomore, Rihanna Boynton. They've been sharing the basketball and been able to accomplish their goal. 16-6 overall, 11-0 in region play. And Rihanna Boynton averaging 16.6 points a game. That's an improvement from last season, from going from 4 points to 16.6. You got Michaela Johnson averaging 16.4. You got A.K. Shelton averaging 11.2. Adasia Burrell with 6.8. Jayla Todd with 3.9. Marlana White also averaging 2.8. So it's just a different team this year. Deja Burrell being guarded by Scott. Back over to Michaela Johnson. Johnson over to A.K. A.K. off the glass, no good. Goes out of play. It's going to stay right here with the Lady Hawks. Hardaway plays Kendrick on Thursday, and they will close out the regular season on Saturday against Spencer. We will have that game on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Boynton over to Johnson. Over to Burrell for 3. No good. That's rebounded by Kamaya Barron. And here comes Scott. Justine Scott trying to get going, averaging 13 points a game. Good screen by Lauren Harris. And there's Barron for 3. No good. And that goes right to Mims. Over to A.K. Back to Adasia Burrell. Top of the key. Michaela Johnson. Thought about the 3. Now to Mims. A.K. back to Burrell. 13 on the shot clock. Long pass over to A.K. Shelton for three, and that is no good. And Justine Scott pulls up the rebound. Scott's going to drive the lane, little cross step. Oh, a nice pass inside, but missed is Trelacia Williams. Sumter County with two golden opportunities to get some points here. Deja Burrell trying to reset the offense. Sumter County playing in the 2-3 zone. Nice pass inside. Boynton, Rihanna Boynton scores. It is 42-17. Stolen by Michaela Johnson, and she misses. And Justine Scott, she's got at least 7 rebounds. Pull-up jumper, De'Erica Clark, no good. Here comes AK. It's a 3-on-2. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebounded by Boynton, and Rihanna Boynton's going to get fouled. Rihanna Boynton, the most improved player in our area, going from 4 points last year as a freshman to 16 points as a sophomore. And she has made a tremendous impact. And I know Hardaway is playing without Janiyah Hardy, who is injured, and wish her the quick recovery. And I know that they want to win a championship for her. They know that she's been a part of this thing. The Final Four run of 2023, the championship run last season. Those banners are displayed in this gymnasium with pride. Love seeing that. Coming back here. Barron with it. And Burrell gets tripped up, and she traveled. It'll be a traveling violation on Sumter County. Well, the 2 times we've seen Sumter County on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, they dominated Shaw and they have dominated Spencer. They will host Carver on Friday. That's going to be an interesting game. AK, all right, Deja Burrell off the glass, no good. And AK Shelton and Scott trying to fight for that rebound. It's going to stay right here with Hardaway. We appreciate our audience watching us from Americus, Georgia. And then Boynton, oh, that's an easy jumper for Rihanna Boynton. And right now, it is all Hardaway, even in this second half. Barron with a spin move, almost got her pocket picked by Michaela Johnson. Oh, we got a little extracurricular. What do we got here? Oh. Let's all play some basketball. I know that there's just a lot of emotion out here. These are the 2 best teams in the region. Hardaway has just proven why they are head and shoulders above everybody else in this region and one of the top teams in 2A. And they are my favorite to win a state championship. I mean, you got some good teams in 2A. Josie is really good. But I tell you what, this was a 4A team that went down to 2A, and they have not skipped a beat. 5:02 left to go here in the third. Sumter County with the ball. Justine Scott with it. Being guarded by Mims. He's going to take it to the right wing. Looking for the screen from Burrell. Scott driving. Gets fouled. Sumter County wants to get back in this game. Scott's going to have to do more of that. She's going to have to drive the lane because the shots are just not falling for her. This is the primary offensive player that you got to worry about. She had incredible games against Shaw and Spencer on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Seen her play twice this season. Scott makes the first. And I think Sumter County had they're coming off a back-to-back. They played Shaw last night, but that's nothing out of the ordinary. All these Muskogee County schools, some of them playing 7 games in 10 days because of the snowstorms. Over to Mims. Back out to Michaela Johnson. Jumper, 3, no good. Scott pulls down her 8th rebound. Here comes Justine Scott over to Michaela Clark. Clark driving. It looks like she almost traveled, but that's going to be a foul on Hardaway. And going to the line will be Michaela Clark. Looks like Julia Johnson's going to come in the next dead ball. Clark just toeing the line and misses the first. Clark makes 1 of 2. And looks like we got another timeout. The Sumter County Panthers out of Americus, Georgia. Used to be called Americus Sumter. They've had a success, especially their boys team. Making it all the way to the state championship in 2019, losing to Carver. Sumter County comes in with a 16-6 record. They are 10-1 on the season. Last year went 20-9, 11-1 in 2A Region 1, and they ended up losing in the second round of the playoffs to Central Macon. That was a Final Four team that year in 2A. I mean, Central Macon went down to 1A. So you talk about the team to beat in 2A. I mean, there's a lot of talk about Josie. Josie is really good. Josie lost to Mount Perrin Christian, so hypothetically, Josie would be the best public school remaining in 2A, and that's why they were preseason number 1. And I can't argue with that. But look at the schedule that Hardaway has played. 16-6. All their losses were from teams either defending champions in the GIAA with Pacelli or teams that are 5A and 6A schools. And then with the exception of Holy Innocents Episcopal, they lost that game. But what an incredible schedule the Hardaway Hawks have played. We're getting a – I think that we do have a delay because they're trying to get rid of a fan. I mean, this is what we were very concerned about, is fans just not acting right. And so with that, we're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, hopefully we'll be able to play some basketball here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Hey, grab me one too.
right, welcome back. I think it's time to play some basketball, Riley. How about you? We've had a long enough delay here. We have got to go ahead and get this show on the road. Hardaway leads Sumter County 45-20. Hardaway wins this game. They will have clinched the region, not just for them, but for the boys, because the region tournament will be played here next week. And the way the playoff format's going to go, the top two teams are going to get double byes. You got the third and the fourth seed are going to get a single bye. 5 plays 8, and 6 plays 7. The winner of the 5-8 matchup will play the 3 seed. The winner of the 6-8, the winner of the 6-7 matchup plays the 4 seed. And then the winner of the 3 seed taking on the 5-8 will play the 1 seed, and so on. I'll have to draw out what the bracket looks like. So if we could find something where we could create brackets, we would definitely love to display it for you on the next Georgia Alabama Sports Live show, because it's pretty complicated, but not really. The bottom line is the 2 top teams get double byes. And they only need to win 2 games to get to the championship. But, the thing about region tournament, it's anybody's game. All right, so have we I'm trying to figure out if they've resolved the unruly fan issue. Definitely don't want to do anything to cause a disturbance. All right, we're going to get ready to play some basketball. And they hear it from the crowd. I know, they want to get this thing going. All right, Michaela Johnson over to Julia Johnson. We got Sumter County in the full court press. Johnson, floater, yes! Julia Johnson, and she's going to get a technical. That was taunting, but that was warranted. I know Coach Ellison has just got to calm her nerves. I mean, that's a young player. You can't taunt. Michaela Clark is going to shoot this technical. But you know what? I do like a little swag. I do like a team that could back it up. And I'm here to say Hardaway has been the most dominating team in 2A in our rankings. I mean, I know they lost to Pacelli. They're right there with Central, right there with Harris County. Now, those are the top 4 teams in the girls' side for the Chattahoochee Valley. (47-22). Michaela Clark made both technicals, and Sumter gets the ball. Got the Hardaway fans chanting defense. Barron inside of Burrell. No. Here comes Michaela Johnson. Passes over to Shelton, or Deja Burrell. Michaela, offensive foul. That's going to go back to Sumter County. Well, I think Sumter County just needs to get a spark, some type of momentum going. Here comes Barron. Does not have the numbers. Looking for Scott. Scott driving the baseline. Scott, reverse layup. No good. We got a jump ball. Hardaway 16-6 this year. As Burrell back over to Clark. Scott with it. Chastain Scott, little spin move, trying to split the defense. And a foul on the Lady Hawks. Hardaway started out 2-3, but their three losses were to Langston Hughes, North Paulding, and Carrollton. Those are all 5A and 6A schools. They beat a very good Harris County team. They did lose to Holy Innocents Episcopal. That was a rematch of the Elite 8 game last year. And then they did lose to Pacelli on a buzzer beater in the Muskogee County Christmas Showcase. But since then, and they did lose to Hoover on January the 18th, which is a 7A school in Alabama. But I'm looking at these scores. They have been dominant, especially in region play. Beat Carver 69-39. Beat Shaw 72-23. And Barron comes up with a rebound, and they have just been dominating this game. Michaela Clark for three. And the shot's not falling. Oh, a block by A.K. Shelton. She does that often. A.K. Shelton has been Coach Kelly Ellison's defensive specialist. And I look at this Hardaway team. They have got all the ingredients to win a championship. Inside. Pass to Scott. Scott, floater, no, gets her own rebound. Scott puts up a shot and gets fouled. And you can start seeing the frustration from Justine Scott. She's trying to take over this game. She knows that once she gets the shots to fall, she is hard to contain. Is one of the best players in this region. And she is definitely going to be all region. As Sumter County, their only loss in region play was to Hardaway. They have completely dominated everybody in region play. Scott getting ready to toe the line, including a 67-0 win against Kendrick. That was impressive. Johnson. Here comes Michaela Johnson all the way to the rack, and that's not going to be a basket. Sumter County will close the regular season with Carver and Columbus. And I'll tell you, the way that Columbus is playing, Columbus might give them a game. They only lost to Carver by 10. Much improved team. Burrell misses. And Madison Burrell comes up with a rebound. Here comes Clark. Clark trying to get by Mims. Clark, pass to Burrell. Burrell kicks it out to Barron. Barron for three. No good. And that was rebounded by Kimberlyn Haynes. We got a timeout. 2:20 left to go here in the third. Hardaway leads Sumter County 47-26 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible. To be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Back here at Hardaway, College Drive. Just down the street is Columbus State University, actually in walking distance. 47-26, and Sumter County's been been trying to make a comeback. Here's Justine Scott. Oh, got it blocked. What a play. Burrell, Adeja Burrell scores. It's 49-26. It has been all Hardaway in this game. Burrell over to Tatum with the double. Scott, a nice move. Justine Scott trying to get around, and she traveled. No basket. It was a nice move. Took too many steps in the process. Minute 22 left to go here in the third. Hardaway trying to clinch the region. There could be some scenarios, but highly unlikely. They do play Kendrick and Spencer. But Hardaway will have the tiebreaker with Sumter County beating them twice. Burrell back over to Johnson. Michaela Johnson, pull-up jumper. No, rebounded by Shelton. That pass intended for Harris out of play. We got Burns coming in. Also Julia Johnson coming in. Here comes Johnson. Good defense by Scott. Over to Michaela Johnson. Back to Julia Johnson inside. A.K. Shelton. No good. Rihanna Boynton with the. Oh, no, that's not Rihanna Boynton. That is Haynes. Boynton's 33. 15 seconds. Scott with it. Trying to hold for the final shot here in the third. 7. Top of the key. Got to get it off. Scott. No good, and we got one more quarter to go. The Hardaway Lady Hawks are 1 quarter away from clinching the region. They lead Sumter County 51-26. We'll be back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Hey, grab me one too.
we are back. Glenwood leading Lee Scott 16-15 in the area championship in 3A up in Lee Scott. We got 2:19 left to go here in this game. A.K. Shelton with it. Over to Julia Johnson. Back out, Boynton, split the defense, goes up. Trying to fight for a rebound with Madison Shelton, and we got a jump ball. Hardaway trying to clinch the region. They would have the tiebreaker against Sumter County. They're able to pull off this victory. Inside to Shelton, and Madison Shelton gets the bucket. And it is now 58-39. Hardaway only up by 19 now. Sumter County not quitting in this game. Boynton, and that's going to be a foul on Sumter County. Coach Ellison wants a timeout. We'll take one too here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. It's Hardaway leading 58-39. We'll be back after this.
My name is Sergeant Jason Swells, and this is my CVCC story. Class sizes were not too large. The professors in each class had time to talk. It was almost like a one-on-one experience. CVCC did prepare me for my career. They made sure you knew the subject before you walked out of the class, before you took the test. They dedicated 100% of themselves to it. It's safe for anybody who's deciding or thinking about going into criminal justice. CVCC has got my vote all day long because they're on top of their game.
We are back. A.K. Shelton ended up making that bucket. It's 60-39. Justine Scott with it. A minute to go. Trying to split the defense. Justine Scott blocked by A.K. Shelton. It's been a block party here at College Drive. Scott will inbounds it. Over to Shelton. And that pass was going nowhere. 47 seconds left. Hardaway has shown why they are the best team in this region. Completely dominated this game despite Sumter County coming back. And they can hear it from the fans. They know what's at stake. A.K. Shelton going to the line. Hardaway will have 2 more games left. They will play Kendrick on Thursday, and then they will play Spencer on Saturday. We will have that game for you on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Sumter County will play Carver on Friday, and then Columbus on Saturday. And you talk about if Carver beats Sumter County, they could end up getting the 2 seed. Sumter County's been the second best team all year. Carver can go in and sneak in to get that 2 seed. That's going to be a backcourt violation on Scott. As we did share the standings on Georgia Alabama Sports Live show. And just looking at the standings, well, I mean, Carver's 8-3. Sumter County would lose today. They'll be 11-2. And then Carver right now 8-3. Yeah, they would have to beat Sumter County in Americas. And there might be a chance they could end up getting the 2 seed. Because Carver plays Jordan and Kendrick. Johnson, 22 seconds. Stolen by Scott. 19. Justine Scott, count the bucket, and she will go to the line for the M1. Well, I tell you what, I've been impressed with Sumter County. I think these two schools meet in the region championship. From what I've seen, Sumter County can give Hardaway a game. That game Friday night in Americus, Georgia, against the Carver Tigers has just gotten a little bit more interesting. Scott misses it, gets her own rebound, and Justine Scott gets it blocked by A.K. Shelton, who had like 5 blocks today. Here's Michaela. Michaela Johnson scores, count the bucket, and that puts a bow on this one. The Hardaway Lady Hawks are going to win the region champion, or the region, and Hardaway is going to host the region tournament. Now, it's not clinched, but I'm going to say here on the broadcast that the region tournament will be held at Hardaway next week. 2 seconds, 1, and that will do it. The Hardaway Lady Hawks come in and knock off the second best team in the region and a top 10 team, according to Sandy Spell. Got a little chippy in that third quarter, but Hardaway remains undefeated in region play. And they will get ready for Kendrick on Thursday, and then they will close out the regular season against Spencer. But as of now, it looks like Hardaway will be the host for the region tournament. All right, coming up next, we got the boys. We got the Hardaway Hawks and the Sumter County Panthers. That's coming up here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, my name is Griff Gordy, and here at Gordy Eye Care, we have been serving the Bi-City community for 17 years. As a former state championship quarterback, I love the fact that I can watch local high school athletics from the comfort of my own home. So it was a no-brainer to support Georgia Alabama Sports Live and what they do for young athletes in our area.
And without business like yourself, Gordy Eye Care, none of our coverage would be possible to be able to cover the 16 different high schools, the local colleges, and professional teams. So we'd like to say thank you to you, Dr. Griff Gordy, and Gordy Eye Care for your support of Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And then you can make an appointment today at Gordy Eye Care with the number 334-291-5125. Keep supporting Gordy Eye Care and keep watching Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
you.